Hey everyone, it's Ben back again, and this time the Habs get the win. 3 in a row. Feels like it's been forever, because it has. And I'm sorry, but this is going to be another one-taker. I know it's been a lot of one-takers lately. I just, again, really don't have time. It's been a really busy week. The next one, after the Nashville game, that will be a normal video. Won't be a one-taker, so hopefully the quality will be a little bit better. But, sorry, I've suffered through one more one-taker. But I've said that word about 1,000 times already, so let's just get into it. I sadly had to miss about the first period and a half or so of the Columbus game because I was at a speaking event for a class. But anyway, while I was at that event, David Desharnais gets traded away to the Edmonton Oilers. And in return for we got Brandon Davidson, and I have mixed feelings about this trade. I know it's definitely a good trade. I'm not arguing that this freed up so much cap space for the next few years. Got back a really decent puck-moving young defenseman in return. That's great. That's great. Desharnais was kind of on. You could tell he was kind of on his way out with the way he was in the team. Like there really was no spot for him. So obviously, yeah, he needs to go. But it's just kind of one of those things where I've been around and watching hockey like intensely for basically all of his career. I've kind of just grown up watching him, and I've grown up as him being part of the team. And anytime a player like that leaves, it's still kind of sad. Even though I know, yeah, it was his time. He had some good years with the Habs. He played well for some of those years, and I'm not going to forget that. He was one of the players I grew up watching, and he'll always kind of hold a little spot in my head for that, but I do know it was time for him to go, so fair enough. But anyway, apparently I missed quite a good game to start the game off from the Habs. From everything I've read and heard, and then what I saw in the second and third, they were carrying the play against the Blue Jackets, which is a welcome change of pace compared to most of the games they've played against the Blue Jackets this season. And I honestly was quite surprised coming because it was a back-to-back, second half of back-to-back. I wasn't expecting that, but I was happy. That was nice. And Jordy Ben, first game in since the trade. Everything I saw from him, he looked great. He looked as advertised. He played in the third pairing with Beaulieu. I'm pretty sure he ended up playing there. And he was just steady as a rock, solid as all hell. He didn't make any glaring mistakes. He didn't do anything fancy either. He's obviously not an offensive defenseman, but he didn't make any mistakes, and he looked good out there. Great first game from him, I think. And then of course we go into OT. Second night in a row, third game in a row. We go into OT, and second night in a row, Alex Galchenyuk gets the game-winning goal, and that's a crazy stat. I don't know if that's ever happened before. Same guy gets two overtime game winners 2 nights in a row. Good on him. I think his stock is only going to keep rising with Julien if he keeps playing like this, and hopefully he'll get slotted into the first line permanently. And I also don't know about that penalty call in overtime. I kind of understand why Tortorella was really mad about that, but at the same time, I think it was definitely a make-up call for not counting that goal that Patch got. It was great shade that he kind of threw after the game, talking to the press. He's like, it was something like, the ref was saying that. The ref saying the puck was hard to see because Bobrovsky was covering, and it was like, and ref said something and Patch said something to the effect of, "Yeah, that would be hard to see considering it didn't happen." I just love that. But anyway, we ended up getting the win, so no harm done. Great game. And then let's talk a little bit about today, shall we? Do I have to? In short, I like 3 out of the 5 of the, not deadline day trades, but days leading up to and then deadline trades. Love the Jordy Ben trade. Love the Desharnais trade. Mixed feelings about the Dwight King trade, but it's all right. I don't know why we need any more fourth liners, but he's a good one at that, so that'll be helpful. I have absolutely no goddamn clue what the Steve Ott trade was. When I heard that rumors were circling about them possibly going after Steve Ott, I have no idea what that's about. And then Andrighetto for Martinson, great. We got rid of any possible offensive prospect or offensive potential down in that fourth line to get just a big guy who hits. Isn't that great offensively? Great mix. Of course, the bigger story is just Bergevin not going after anybody big, and I don't know how that's going to work out for the Habs. I still think they needed more help offensively, but maybe I think Bergevin's mindset is he believes in the players he already has, and all the players that are in slumps right now, he's banking on them coming out of them, and hey, here's to hoping. But anyway, I'm going to be going to tomorrow night's game, or well, actually, by the time I post this, it'll actually probably be later today's game. But I'm going to be going to that one against Nashville. Should be pretty crazy. First time PK's back in Montreal, so that'll be interesting. And then I will actually have a properly edited video getting posted about that game. I will. I promise. Actually, it might be back in my old room at my house, though, because I'm going to be going home Friday night, so I might record it there. But anyway, see you guys next time.